Wally, Honest Beers this week. It's a big show for us because we've got a new sponsor, which we're going to talk about. The Brainy Brothers have got on board, but we talked about a heap of stuff, really. I went through a bit of a discovery near my house, which was frightening, which we discussed. You had a great honest list as well.
I had a great honest list. It combines two of my favourite things, being a dad and beers, plus a lot of other shit.
Yeah, we spoke about Wally's Div 12 Resi's State of Origin game in Adelaide this Saturday. We set him a few tasks and a few sort of, we're almost like DT and I are his coach, just setting some expectations. So make sure you tune in. Welcome to Honest Beers. My name is Leggy, and as always, I'm joined by Wally. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Going very well.
You walked in puffing your chest after Thursday night's Honest Beers Cup performance from the Hawks, 3-0 in the in the Time Old Classic.
Yeah, mate. It's been a good run.
Yeah.
We've had a very good run. I don't think we were favourites in all of them.
I reckon the 2024 game we would have been, but you were favourites in the last two.
Yeah, so that's...
Because that was before the 2024 game, I reckon you'd won one or two. You obviously lost your first five, then you won sort of one or two, and then you went on the big run. I reckon it was just as you were beginning to ascend, but no one had predicted it.
And we couldn't have seen what happened. But it was a great night. It was a great night.
Great night for Jack.
You're off the Carltons, which is why we've got beers, and we'll get into that.
We'll get into why we've got and a video that we did last that was posted last night. But no, it was great. It was a great evening. Obviously the result for me wasn't good, but I think, I don't know about you, when you get to a certain age and you're at the footy and you're like, we're with your boy Jack, and you see how excited he is with when Will Day got his first handball, he was just
had his sign.
He had the sign. He was so pumped. So I think when you take away all of that, my side of things, and you look at it from that perspective, because that's the best age. It's great when you're a footy fan.
When all you have in your life is like just your footy cards, kicking the footy with your mates. It's all about footy. There's no other. You don't need to worry about going out and doing this and the responsibilities and that. It's only footy.
The only pressure of life you have is 2.5 hours on a Thursday night.
Exactly right. And getting the win. But let me tell you, just on that, because my weekend was a good one, I had to take note of this. My son went on a generational run between Thursday and Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to recap the ridiculousness that this 8-year-old had on the weekend. Because it is actually... I never experienced anything like this.
No,
I don't know anyone that did. No. This was ridiculous. And it all just lined up brilliantly. I'll just go really, really quickly. The kids, mate, I tell you what, they just have it so fucking good. I don't want to sound like an old dude, but you have it good. All right, so Thursday night, he goes to a Hawks game that starts at his bedtime.
Yep.
Tick. Sees Will Day come back, goes to Leo Fook first with us, which is fucking stupid that he gets to do that. Anyway,
enjoyed the dumplings.
Yeah, there you go. But watched out, obviously, in the shout out to Marvel if you want anything. The other thing, shout out to them again. I know I shout them out a lot, but I'm
I was going to bring up a problem, but you go first.
Yeah, well, I was going to say now what they've done with the food pricing, it's absolutely elite. They have 100% nailed it. They actually have affordable kid stuff.
What about the Jameson disaster at Leo Fook?
Oh yeah, that wasn't ideal. So they have
Jameson.
They have a lot of whiskeys. And I said, can I just get a Jameson on the rocks? And they go, no, you can't have it on the rocks.
You had to have a soda water.
No, I'll just I'll have a glass of wine then. And it was just like, I just felt like, because I knew there was steak coming. Anyway,
ready to go.
Anyway, not to interrupt that. Anyway, but Thursday night, watch the Hawks wins a betting with you and Ad, your brother.
Yeah, you did.
Where you had to hold up the sign and post it on social and all that. So big win. Then Friday gets up. He's got a school disco into basketball with his mates, into his mates coming over afterwards.
Wow.
Madness. Saturday gets up, more ball, plays, has another good game, then goes and meets Will Day, the Box Hill game.
How was Will? I haven't deliberately not asked you this. You sent me the photo and you obviously posted as well, but how was Will Day with him?
Great. Will Day was fantastic. Will Day was a bit shocked because Jack and I are sitting there and I go, mate, who's that? And he was like the first Hawthorn. Like, there was only a handful of Hawthorn players when we were there, but it walked through and he just screamed, Will Day. And he runs over to him and I'm like, fuck, yep, sorry, mate. And I just said, look, he's obsessed with you, blah, blah. Do you mind photo? And he goes, no, it's fine. And then he brought like his gold card. I don't know.
Yeah,
like I collected basketball cards, footy cards, like were a kind of a thing, but not really. And I'm seeing a bit, but it's a good gold card. I know that. And he had it in the case and that was Will Day. I was like, oh wow. Like, he signed it.
Yeah.
Perfect signature across it. Nailed the signature.
Nice,
signed the jumper. Jack Scrimshaw standing over the side. I go, Jack, can you sign the jumper too? He's, oh, yeah, okay. Jack's just speechless. And then John Newcomb, Mitch Lewis.
Oh, wow. Heavy hitters down.
8 Ball. A few of the others were there. They all signed it. Just a huge day for him. But after all of that, then he goes, we leave there, went straight to his mate's show, and he jumps in the spa. Fucking this kid. And then on Sunday gets up, goes play footy, more ball.
Wow.
Into a Sunday evening hang at his mate's show. These things didn't happen when we were young. Now, I know I'm enabling it.
A lot of hangs with mates as
yeah,
well.
it is.
Like,
It is. Well, he's single. Child,
yeah,
right?
true.
Only child. So, he's single. He's still,
ladies, in a relationship
he
going
is
steady.
still single. Just saying, girls, he is single. Definitely not ready to mingle yet because, girls have cooties and all that. He's 8.
Yep.
He's starting to realise that one day, because, me and mum are married, you will find a partner and there's a good chance that partner might be a girl, mate. It's like, nah, it couldn't be. I'm like, well, how do you think you got here?
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. You weren't delivered by a stork. Anyway, so that was a great weekend.
Amazing.
It was absolutely huge. I loved every bit of it, but we'll be scaling things back for him. Oh,
I thought about
he's coming to Adelaide with me next week.
I thought about reversing the bet for the Honest Beers Cup when the Saints won the VFL. I thought, we're 1-1 now, aren't we, for the weekend? is that a thing?
Well,
and covered the line.
I'll tell you what. It's funny you mentioned that. I'll tell you what I'll do because you did win.
Yeah.
No, hear me out. I'm happy to give up draft for the month because we have such good new beers.
Yeah, it's pretty easy now. I actually don't think it's that hard of it.
Brainy beers, absolutely. And then, but what I won't do is I won't give up Jamo.
No, I would never ask for that.
So there you go. So that
I would have even felt. I almost reckon I would have felt if we won the actual AFL game, I would have been like, it's a big fucking big thing to give up. Anyway, thankfully, about 5 minutes into the first quarter, you knew you were safe.
Can I tell you a quick little side story? I actually went before the game and just tried in the week. I didn't tell you this. So in the week leading up before, went down and saw my mate Breno and the bottle shop and said, mate, we might be in some trouble next week. I need some alternatives. So we tried a couple of things.
Did you?
Yeah, tried a couple of other little numbers just to see what my palate would do leading into the month of June if it needed to go without Jamo.
That's great. That's a great experience.
Yeah. So yeah.
And did you find anything you liked?
Yeah, there's plenty that were good, but nothing that was Jamo. Anyway, but again, we are all about Australian owned, Australian made. So if there is one I'm missing, if there's a whiskey I'm missing, then let me know. Just saying.
Yeah, we're not selling out for any offshore stuff.
No, but we will sell out for anybody. Anything Australian, we will sell out for.
But other than that, good weekend?
Great weekend.
Yeah, it was great.
You?
Yeah, really good. Really quiet. Pretty relaxed. We tipped a few in on the Thursday night. Not a crazy amount, but I definitely was like, you're going to work the next day. Saints lost. Not feeling a bit sorry for myself. So weekend was good just to recharge.
Nice.
Just plenty of life admin, which was great. Yeah. Plenty of footy watched as well.
Nice.
But something happened to me yesterday. I've got to bring this up. Well, it actually happened to my partner. It actually happened to Ash. She sent a photo to me. I was at work. She was working from home. So I get a text from her, and she said, "I'm fairly certain I have just walked past a human shit near our house." I was like, it can't be. I was like, surely it's just like a big dog, like a German Shepherd shit or something like that. Like it looked big, right? I've told her to take a photo for me because I'm at work and it was raining and who knows, by the time I get home it could be done. She took a photo, she sent it to me, but not only that, it was still there when I came home and I had a look and inspected it. And Wally, I'm just going to show you this right now. I reckon I'm gonna ask you a question afterwards. I reckon that's a human shit, and I'll tell you why. There was a serviette. There were a couple of serviettes next to it, and I reckon someone might have wiped.
Yeah, I've seen one of them in the bottom of a toilet bowl before. That is,
that is. He's like,
it's got the cracks and everything to it. That is there.
That's a human shit.
God.
Not only that, there's a serviette next to it. I just wanted to ask you, and we'll clip this up, and you'll be able to look at the photo.
Everyone will be able to judge for themselves.
I want to ask you. What situation do you reckon you get to when you're doing that? Like, do you reckon it's a?
I don't think.
Could it be a cab driver?
No, I think you know what it is, and I don't think they were of their right mind when they did it. Nobody just did all out. Was that on a nature strip or a park?
Nature strip, just on a suburban road.
Okay, so there's no way. No, they're not with it. There's no way. I understand if
but
it's
the
tucked away
serviette,
in a park.
the napkin. Do you reckon that's like, I've got to quickly go and get one out?
It looks pretty clean though, the napkin. I just.
No, but there are other ones around that blew away.
Okay.
But yeah, there's just
that is on the nature strip.
Yeah. What do you? So
Wasn't there a tennis player this week that goes, "I'm going to take a shit on the fucking court"? There is a tennis player at the French Open at Roland Garros that was playing against.
I totally missed this, so I can't.
Yeah, there's a tennis player. I can't remember his name. We'll get it up, DT. Yeah. And he was playing this week, and he's like, "This is serious. This is serious." The chair umpire. I've seen the clip, but I can't remember his name. And basically, he said to them, "Have you got it?"
Arthur Gaia, whatever. He said, "I urgently need to go to the bathroom. I'm going to shit
on the effing court."
Shit on the effing court.
Wow. He might have been in Melbourne and ended up doing it.
There you go. That explains. Roland Garros comes to Melbourne.
I know, but
lovely.
Yeah, that was going like I thought maybe it could be like a cab driver or an Uber driver who's like just they haven't been able to.
At what point do you go?
You probably drive.
I'd rather just shit myself than be seen shitting on.
I think you're driving to like a shopping center if there's one, but there might not be one around. You know, it's.
I've actually got a story about shitting.
Oh,
when I used to go camping in Pambula, like back when I was a young tucker, I actually did shit myself, and it's not a good feeling.
How?
So
age and circumstances.
So this was 3 weeks ago.
I thought you were in Pambula recently.
No, I couldn't. I forgot what year it was, but I was real young, and I was playing on the trampolines, all that stuff, and I was like, I really need to go to the bathroom, not realizing there's a bathroom 50 meters away from me.
Oh no!
So I've run to the other side of camp where I was camping because it's just like you just know where it is. I get right outside, boom, I've shit myself. I'm doing the walk of shame back to the campsite. There's that many flies around me.
Oh,
and like it sucked, and then I got hosed down by our camping neighbor.
Hosed down,
and yeah, it wasn't good.
All
so
right.
I'd rather if I was in that situation, I'd rather shit on the sidewalk than shit my pants.
You know what I'm going to do? I've got an idea. I just had an idea. Yeah. I am going to next week. I'll do an honest list next week on the worst 5 places to shit your pants.
You have to do that.
I'm going to do it next week.
Yeah.
Worst 5 places to shit your pants.
Yeah.
I'm doing next week.
Great.
It's no good, DT. We've all done it when we were kids. Some have done it when they're adults. No, it's neither here nor there. That's all fine. But the bottom line is this. That is not on.
Yeah, no.
That is there's no scenario. I think I'd rather shit.
It's funny. I showed you guys a screenshot from we posted the TikTok obviously of Wally's Waverley Park memories and having a dart and having a Carlton Cold, and we had a few comments. One comment said another useless podcast. The other comment said now this is a podcast.
I got that one after the other.
I'm thinking now listeling to this.
Which side are you on?
Yeah, which side?
Have either of you switched?
Yeah, I reckon they might have switched to be honest. Especially after this topic. But how good, great areas. Well, we're going to move on to something very, very important because.
By the way, you're a bit slow to the party. Copying another useless podcast, which is fine because it is. But we're over 100 episodes in, so like. That comment should have come 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, it probably did. We just didn't realize it.
We didn't read.
We now officially have to move on.
Yeah, please.
Because we're very excited. So, well, it's been a bit of a journey for us because quite a few weeks ago we posted the video where I went to the Royston, great pub, enjoyed my feed, but just wanted a Carlton draft on tap, which sort of went kind of viral. We had a bit of fun with it, and then we sort of called out to a lot of local Australian, beer companies, whatever it might be, just alcoholic beverage companies that were Australian owned, to reach out to us and say, hey, are we missing something here? Like, help us out. Because we got a lot of feedback that, if you're buying a Carlton draft or buying, anything that's kind of globally owned, the profits don't stay within Australia. And we had a few people reach out to us. But we got reached out to by the Brainy Brothers Breweries, and wow, we're pretty pumped to have them on board with Honest Beers. So really excited, and they're going to sponsor Honest List, which is probably the best and most coherent segment on the show. So it's probably the best one for them to get behind. And Wall, you're going to deliver a list soon, but it's brought to you by Brainy Brothers, and we just got to say the story's unbelievable. We're going to talk more about this as we go through the show. But
it's actually very cool.
They're the most influential family in Australian brewing history, so the most influential segment should really be Honest List. But you don't realise that their sort of like family lineage goes back to the 1850s. Basically, name a beer company that started in Australia and they've had a hand in it, whether it's been at a brewery that they managed. They're basically, name anything, Carlton Draft, Melbourne Bitter, it's all kind of originated with them. But then they sort of disappeared for a few decades, and came back about 5-6 years ago, relaunched it with the old recipes from their Irish ancestry. So great story, heaps of amazing beers, which we've got in front of us. In fact, I was going to say to you, we've got the draft, the stout, the lager, the pale ale, and the midi. But if you look at any of these colours, like, does green to you scream out pale ale? Like,
green? Okay, so we're talking about this off camera. Green, I reckon green's pale ale, 100%. Yellow with the midi, that makes sense. I think that
yellow kind of could be anything.
Could be. Yeah, I'm fine with yellow in the midi. Little red warning at the top. It's like, don't forget it's a midi before you drink it. Which
warning.
I think warning. It's a midi.
This isn't as strong as other beers.
Draft. Well, we think Carlton Draft might have taken their draft because these are the cans, the original cans from over 100 years ago. So they might have taken their draft now because Carlton wasn't always.
No.
Was it? Wasn't always maroon, was it?
No, it wasn't. No.
Just saying. I don't know. What should a lager be?
Yeah, I mean,
is a lager yellow?
I was going to say a lager was yellow. That was what I was going to say.
What's it? Midi has to be yellow.
I don't know whether a midi has to be anything, does it?
Could it be white? No, white's usually alcohol free. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Get to the bottom of this.
Okay, to be clear, the colours aren't changing, so we're stuck with it.
No.
But it's more of just getting your head around it.
I'd be keen to know what people think. Because so the way we've got this position here is we can't actually see. Well, we know because we've consumed all the products, but you can't actually see it. So this is kind of a good way to sort of like brain recall.
The only thing is that I will say this: that growing up, like the other thing is it's sort of your colours. But Foster's Lager was the most famous lager growing up. That was blue.
Yeah.
So it's more. But the thing is, when you actually think about it, all this shit was around originally.
Yeah.
So they probably can set it, and they know.
100%.
Anyway, I've got a list.
I was going to say before we jump into it, with Brainy Brothers, so we're going to be doing a heap of content with them. So obviously, honestly, sponsorship, but we're going to be going to the different venues where they stock, like the Prince Patrick, Nixie Knox in Richmond.
Guess where else they stock?
Where?
Box Hill Hawks.
Box Hill Hawks.
City Road.
Unbelievable. We're going to head to Box Hill games. We're going to head to the bars. We already filmed a little skit video, a little launch video at Nixie Knox, which was great. Shout out to Chris and the team at Nixie Knox. That is by the way, that's an underrated bar on Swan Street there.
Oh, it's great.
There's not a huge signage out the front, but I'll tell you what, that's where you should be going for your pre-drinks before the footy starts.
I'm pretty sure it's actually the smallest pub in Richmond.
Yeah.
I think that's like their slogan.
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure,
That's a good thing to live by because it's nice and cozy. It's a good place when the winter hits, and they've got the lager on tap, so you definitely get around that. But Wally, honestly, what have you got for us?
All right, mate. Honestly, now I wanted to do something around beers, but we've done a lot of different beer lists. And I know that over the journey. And I've done a lot of dad stuff, which I haven't probably done in a while. So I've done dad lists. And I thought, do you know what? This is a great opportunity just to have an honest peek behind the curtain and give an insight to both worlds. So this is my top 5 dad beers.
Oh.
These are the top 5 ways to have a beer as a dad. All right?
How good.
We're going to start at number 5. Now, I call this one the 2 birds, 1 stone or brownie points beer. Okay, now this is a goodie. So basically, it's getting a beer while you're doing something else that your partner will appreciate.
Nice.
I'll give you an example of this. I might go, oh, babe, I'm going to take Jack over to Jimmy's house for a play. I'm going to take Jack over to his mate's house for a play or whatever that is. He goes, great. But it's a set play, DT. So I'm going to go over and it's a house where the dad and I both want to have a beer. Races go on. We have a few beers. The kids play. It's easy as. So things that you go.
Can't teach that.
I am going to set this up. So then what happens is you get the brownie points. You get your kid out of the hair of your partner. Yep. And you get to go and have a couple of beers with the mate.
Good.
So it's really, it's setting it up. It's like making everything work.
It's a bet that you can't lose.
It's not like you're dragging your kid to something and going, sit there while I have a beer. None of that. You're taking him to a place he's going to play with the mate where you are also going to hang out with the dad and have a couple of beers.
This is perfect.
It works great. All right, next one, 4. I call this the finally beer. Now, this is relevant to anybody outside of being a dad, but believe me, when you have kids, it's that. It's quite simply put, it's that beer you've been hanging for and you just haven't been able to have. So things get in the way, things come up. You can't always just go to the fridge and crack a beer. All right? So whether it's the end of the week, you're hanging for one, it's been a long week of work, whether it's the end of a day and you've been running around kids' sport all day and you're doing some coaching, you're taking the kids to play dates, parties, all this sort of stuff, and all you want to do is have a jar. You're watching the footy on your phone. You haven't been able to sit down on the couch and have one. Whatever it is, whatever that is, whether it's, you've been doing the
doing
the housework, whatever it is. You're just hanging for that beer, and then the moment finally comes where you go, and you sit down and you have it.
That for me was Thursday night when we sat down to Lehigh Fook, that first beer.
Yeah, so you get it, right?
Like,
And you'll appreciate it even more when there's more things out of your control. So I think the finally beer we all appreciate, when you have a partner and you have to share your time, you appreciate it more. Then when you got kids, for every extra kid you've got and the more time you got to share, I think you appreciate the finally beer more.
Definitely.
So me with one, I don't appreciate anywhere near as much as people that have 4.
Yeah.
They really appreciate the finally beer. The next beer, and you can name it whatever you want. I call it the School Fate beer. So this is basically, you can enter any event naming where you go, are we really having beers here?
Yeah, nice.
You can enter any event you want in there. For me, in my world, it's the School Fate. The School Fate, we have a bar set up in the middle of it. It's a big part of it. The kids are running around there with their mates. The whole thing's gated off. Everything's good. You got multiple parents everywhere looking after the kids. It's a real community thing. And then you're all in there, and the kids are running back, ride tickets, we'll get you some food and that, and you're just having a few beers in the bar at the School Fate, and you return at a point, and probably multiple times throughout the time you're there, you go, really having beers at the school? Are we really doing this? Yeah, we're doing this. So that, for me, the School Fate beers.
There it is.
Now, these two are very good. The second one is very rare. Now, this is a very rare beer. It's called the endorsed beer. So this is when your wife or partner essentially suggests that you should have a beer. So it might not be exactly like go have a beer, but it will be something along the lines of, usually it comes after gardening, housework. You've been running around. It's been a big week. You've taken your son for a plate with his friends or whatever it is, and you've done all that, and then you hear the magical words, something in the effect of, oh, I reckon you've done enough for today. Why don't we just relax now and just take it easy, which is like code for, why don't you go get a beer out of the fridge, watch the footy. Rare, but great. That is an absolute, the endorsed beer is when you are given permission.
Lunar eclipse.
Yeah, it is. Okay. This is a cracker. This is my favorite beer.
Deep breath.
This is my favorite beer. I call it the Michael Jamison beer. So the name will ring a bell to a lot of people, plenty of people. But for those that don't know, Michael Jamison was a short-lived character
fullback.
on a mid-strength beer ad.
Yeah,
average beer, great ad. Would have been better with the Brownie Brothers mid-strength. I'll tell you that right now. But average beer, great ad. The ad is essentially a group of guys have orchestrated to stay at the same resort as their mates, and then as they rock up, they're like, "Hey!" And the first one's Michael Jamison, as I live and breathe. What are you doing here? And the wives are all like, they go, "You remember Mike?" And then all the friends come in, and then they all go, "All right, we're going to the bar." When you are able to orchestrate an accidental beer with some of the other dads, it is a great achieving moment, and it could just be. I actually have. Fuck, I don't know if this counts, but we were all driving from school pickup, and a few of the dads sort of made the sign to each other, and then just as we went past a local cafe to do a happy hour after school, the cars just pulled up, and I just said, "Just pull up here, babe." And I go, I'm out, and jumped out of the car and ran in. So like there is certain ways that you can get away with it.
I'm not obviously not a dad, but we did that. Remember when we went to the Mount Erica?
Yeah, we've done it. How good was it? We did it.
Kylie kind of she was onto it.
She kind of knows. I think that sometimes
it was her friend's birthday that you were
the wives and the partners, the girlfriends, the husbands, the boyfriends, whoever it is. So sometimes I think if you're creative enough and get caught, they appreciate the effort you've gone to and find it a little bit endearing.
100%.
Unless you're taking the piss. But I'll tell you right now, if you can pull off the Michael Jamison beer, it's one of the most rewarding things there is.
It is, and that was a great list, by the way. All brought to you by Brownie Brothers. But I also feel like with that, pulling that off right, at some point you can say to your wife, it's important that I build relationships with the other dads. You know,
that's huge.
These guys are going to be around for decades.
I use that, and I go, we need to. We need to.
Yeah,
we need
Jack
to
could be friends with these kids for 20 years. They're going to be in our lives. There's going to be 18th. There's going to be 21st where the parents are going to be involved. They're also going to need to trust them to pick our kids up from parties.
100%.
You know?
There's a lot of that chat.
All very important.
There is. Don't worry,
And
it's
if-
like that chap.
and
But
if
there
you-
you go.
Um,
5 dad beers.
Moving on, because DT is just sitting over there. Fire up your mic, DT. DT's list is here, but I'll let you do the intro because it's a pretty important week that we're leading into.
Yes, it's the biggest week of football for some. It's the Div 12 Resi State of Origin game in Adelaide at Norwood Oval, and our very own Wally is playing in the big game. I think it's the second year in a row you're playing now.
Yep.
And how'd you go last year?
No, last year
Well, the weather was shit. So
the weather was shit, but I had a bit of a discussion with a couple of your teammates, with Tails and Bailey in regards to this recently, where they said maybe this year don't do what you did last year. So last year, for transparency, I was treating the trip more as an opportunity to go to Adelaide, hit the Cass, and have a few beers. The game obviously got in the way of that. I was also there covering it with Sportsbet and things like that. So I went over with a friend of the show, Flanners. Now, Flanners was taking it very seriously. Unfortunately for him, it was not going well. I, on the other hand, was taking myself off the ground, running away from the ball, trying not to get hurt. And then even at halftime, I went to the board and I took my name when the coach wasn't looking off the field and onto the bench and replaced with someone else.
Yeah, we can't have that this year.
You can't have that this year. So I've said that. Now, the problem is, DT, I'm in no better condition. I'm a year older and I've done no work. Yeah, apart from kicking the footy with Jack at the park and watching him play junior footy, I've done nothing.
So would you say the skills are okay, but the
skills are fine, mate. They always have been.
The running,
the running's a major issue. Strength work, match fitness, height,
but
overall fitness, agility, skill in general. It's all a bit of an issue. So I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm not going over there this time just to run away from the ball, but we'll see what happens.
I was just going to say quickly before you go, DT, you're a burst player at the Cass. Can you be a burst player?
It's
Can
the
you
only
be a burst,
player I'll be.
Can you be a
I've
burst
just got
player?
I've just got to go in there ready and just little bursts. And I think the other thing is I'll be a bit more vocal.
Surely they look for you.
Well, the problem is, I don't think I spoke on the pitch apart from having a chat to fucking Cal Ferguson about what he was up to afterwards, or asking Charlie Dixon why he's driving a green Lambo, which we got a ride in at the end, which was awesome because he's a great man. But my point is, I didn't do anything. So this year I might actually make a lead or yell out or whatever. I don't know where I'll be playing. So DT, but what we talked enough about this. You've got a list. What is the connection here?
So
What's
from
the correlation?
So from the get-go, you mentioned a few things. You were running away from the footy. You didn't want to be on the field. So the first thing I want you to do, you stand right next to Andrew McLeod.
Oh, yeah, great.
First centre bounce, you're standing right next to him.
Okay, yeah, great.
Because he's going to find the footy, and wherever he goes, you go.
Yeah, but
what's the likelihood of Andrew McLeod fumbling it and the ball spilling out the wall?
Well, with the pressure that Wally's going to put on,
have you seen the condition he's in now?
He is.
He looks better than he did when he played.
Looks amazing.
I think most players do. I
So
think I was
go
speaking
now. What about a kick
Most
away?
players that retire look better.
Well, Mitchy Wallace does.
What about
He
this?
said because he was so injured all the time.
Yeah.
What about a kick ahead? What about 40 to 50 metres ahead of McLeod? Because he's going to get so much of the ball, and then that way I don't need to just get absolutely annihilated by him. I can go to where he's kicking it. Would that work, or do I need to go to?
There's only, I was going to say, there's only very few players I reckon that look better than when they played. Not most. Most of them, like,
Yeah, it wouldn't be most.
balloon out like they've.
Bucks
swallowed
looks
it.
pretty good.
Yeah. There's probably like cane corns.
Yeah,
There's
Kane
probably like
does.
5 or 6 that are like in, but the rest of them just generally don't care and
Get on the jars.
get on the jars.
I was just trying to get the confidence up in the group, But okay, the second thing, yes, obviously stand next to McLeod. He's going to be
yep.
near the footy.
Great advice.
Take the kick-ins if you can.
Ooh.
I will do my best to do that.
There's a little bit of pressure, but just get yourself.
There's no pressure at all. Do you know why?
There is.
Because no.
It's the hardest kick in football.
He takes kick-ins, doesn't he? You take kick-ins. That's why he's saying. I find very little because absolute worst case scenario, you can just kick it long to a contest.
Yeah.
So, but usually because there's going to be so many ball pigs out there that just want a few disposals because they're going to look at their Premier Data stuff. So many will come in for a 20-meter chip.
Yeah.
And then that's it was every kicking last year that was what happening.
Did you play any down back last year?
Did both.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So there's a
Did
chance
both.
that you can have a quarter.
He's a swingman. A bit of Blake Hardwick about it.
You can have a quarter or two where you kick in.
Blake Hardwick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, it's a great comparison.
So obviously last year, as you mentioned, you went to the bench a fair bit. So this year, I want you on the other side of the bench. I don't want you near the bench at all. Because they're going to call over, Wooler, come off. Oh, mate.
I can't.
Yeah, the ball's on this side. I'll come over when the ball's
Always go
not
on
there.
the fat side,
Yeah, always fat side. And then if they're calling you off, you can't hear them.
Can't. Yeah, mate.
You do not acknowledge them.
Okay.
You can hear
Don't
it,
look
but
at
you're just looking the other way. That's
okay. So this is very different. So I'm trying to stay on the. We want 90+% game time.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you make a mistake, it's always someone else's fault.
No, that is 100%.
100%. That's just the biggest thing in football.
No, I agree. Always blame third party. I live by that.
And just the last one repeating, just get yourself into a centre clearance. That's all I want to say.
A centre clearance?
Yeah.
Wow. So you want me on a wing? You want me playing centre clearance?
Yeah, well, so it's going to be 100% game time from you.
Is there been leaked footage of AI vision of me playing when I was younger that has given DT the illusion that I would be able to carry any of this out? Has someone AI'd me with playing football to a moderate ability?
We saw the footage of when you went to the Water Park game the other week, but your kick tried to get over the fence, but
it didn't even hit. Yeah. I can kick a little bit further than that.
No, of course.
I appreciate this, DT. This is a great list. So these are things I'm going to apply as much as I can. Look, the problem is with this game is that what will happen, and last year a couple of them aren't playing, which is great, but there are people that actually take it too seriously.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you know what I mean? Like I had what's the guy in Dubai?
Prime
Train. Yep. Mate, he was trying to demand kick-ins and that. I was like, mate, just whoever picks the ball up first, just fucking your Premier Data stats are going to be fine. Things like that. And the kicking and Sultan was there. He, mate, just torping up the wing. Charlie Dixon was getting the shits with him. Funny. Charlie's like, what's this bloke doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and then there was, it's sort of like, then you had others. Charlie Dixon was incredible. He was bringing people into the game. So he was looking Checkers, great at bringing people into the game. There's certain people that were trying to bring people into the game and certain others. It's like, at the end of the day, hey, go out, kick your goals, get your touches. But that's second half when you've sort of had a lot of the ball. That's where you want to start creating and trying to bring some other people in and share it around. Everyone's going to have more fun.
I want to set. Let's set like some not tasks, but let's look at what success looks like for Wally. So last year was what 3 to 4 touches, was it?
No. Last year was 6 touches.
6 touches. So
what's the line this year?
I reckon the line should be 9.5.
9.5.
So if you got, I think Wally's going to be better for the run last year. I do think Wally's going to be
experience. Yeah,
more experience.
So 9.5's the disposal. I think success is if I play forward, I kick a goal, and that's simple. Like if you hit the scoreboard.
I was going to say, if you've got 6 last year, I reckon you easily get 9.5.
Okay, 9.5.
Yeah, I think you took yourself off.
Take the overs and you get to double figures.
Yeah. If you kick a goal, what's the celebration?
I can't be doing that. Am I?
Yeah,
I think celebrate.
Yeah.
Surely it's a honest beat. Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. Do you know what would be awesome? You have like a beer in your sock, and you kick a goal early.
And running around.
Yeah, you have a can at the sock.
It's a massive.
No, or like you kick a goal in the pocket. Someone from over the fence throws a can at you. Bang.
Have a beer set up at both ends.
My son's going to be there to watch. He can do it.
Have a.
Imagine that going to my wife going because they're coming to Adelaide, not for this. But I said, she's like, oh, and I'm like, you're going to come to the game? She's like, oh, and I'm like, you got to come to the game, like. And I've got some mates coming in that are from Adelaide, and then we'll go out afterwards. One of them could do it.
Yeah.
You need to have beers at each.
AJ's going to be there.
Yeah.
AJ.
No. You should get him to set beers at each end.
Oh, he can follow me. They better be following me around.
No, but what if you set up at half back and then you go for a real roam forward and they just didn't expect it, and then you charge forward, you run 100 meters and then you kick one.
No. When I say they move, is in they're always at the goal we're kicking to.
Okay.
So if I do run down,
in case you do take 4 bounces and kick it tall.
After I just give the stiff arm to Andrew McLeod and he goes down, and then I 1, 2 get around Mitch Grigg, and then just 3 bounces, wing, cut inside, bend around, goal.
Yeah.
After I do all that, and then I can run. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So what does success look like? So we want him to hit the scoreboard.
Over 9.5 disposals.
Or hit the scoreboard.
And
if he does both,
take a bounce.
A bounce would be good too.
Yeah. So I don't care if you're one step at a bounce.
Imagine
I take a bounce.
I reckon it'll be even better.
You can take a kick.
Do you know what I should do? Yeah, kick it.
Put the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
Kick it.
Or kick it to yourself.
No, if I do a kick in, I'll take a bounce.
Can you put the ball on the ground?
Oh, you want that?
Yeah.
So do you know the old days? You have to like kick it to yourself from a kick in.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
pull
can
one
you
of them
imagine
off,
it
can you
just
do it?
fucking goes back? And we'll have a look. I don't know what's going to be
Do
going.
that. Kick to
So
yourself.
I think I took a kick in. I think in most part, I think I was only one kick in
I think
last
you
year.
did last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I only did one though. And it was like I was happy. I went down back, and I started down back, and I was happy to be there because I was playing on Cal Ferguson. I know Cal, so we were just talking shit, and it was good. Yeah, I think you ended up kicking about 3-3, but you didn't kick any on me. Nothing to do with me, just quietly, just missed a couple. But the thing is that then I remember going. They go, "Do you want to go forward?" I go, "Why not?" Different. And then I remember saying, "Put me back down back," because I can't remember the reason. Then I was down there, and I think because they dominated the whole time, and then we were starting to, they were letting us score. So I'm like, well, put me down the other end where it's quiet. And then I got a kick in from there.
Yeah.
But mate, look, to be honest, it was all about the beers afterwards.
One other thing. Give away a free kick.
I can do that.
Yeah. Give away a
Yeah,
free
just
kick.
blatant heights.
Jeez, I nearly knocked Shrey out last year.
That's right. I remember that.
It wasn't a free kick. It was an accident. So he's come down as I've come through. So I've run through and kicked the ball off the ground as he's coming in, and I felt his head and sound hit my leg, and I was like, and then I just fucking came back and checked because like it was a complete accident, but I felt terrible. I thought, fuck, if I knock Shrey out, I'm fucked here.
Yeah, that's not
I
good.
think I'm gonna storm the ground. But anyway, he was fine. But I can give away a free kick. Do you know what I wish? I wish Flanners was playing because Flanners is coming over again. I wish Flanners was
not playing.
I thought he was playing.
I wish he was playing for the other team and I can play on him.
What if you like randomly just swap jerseys with someone just to give away a free kick on him?
What if I go up to Andrew McLeod after the game and go, "Do you want to swap jerseys?"
You should do that.
No, I'm not doing that. No. I don't want to be that guy. No. I should just. No, it doesn't matter anyway because you sign them and they sell them. Is Honest Beer's gonna bid on the jersey?
I'll buy it.
Yeah. Well, last year, the 100K boys, friends of the show, they go, why didn't we didn't fucking know. We would have bought this and hung it up. I said, well, this year it's a big V, and I believe it's gonna have number 19 on it.
No, I like that.
I think we need to make sure we get
The
that.
Chief.
We need to make sure. I didn't know that they did that. We need to make sure we get that.
That's the other thing. Yeah, we will. But this year, it's actually a big V jersey. Last year, it's like that orange and white thing. Like it's not. It doesn't. This year, it means
there was a few stars and stuff. Was it?
I don't even remember.
Yeah. But we'll get like a little bingo card for things Wooly has to do during the game, and then we'll come back.
Nice.
Obviously next week for it.
Very good. Very good. Looking forward to that. Last one, Wooly. You've got you said last week you're going to bring it back. Your TV show food and drink pairing. What have you got for us?
Yeah, because you'll have your show one next week. We're going to alternate. I've got mine. I go in comedy, drama. I've gone drama. And I've gone big again. I'm going with Breaking Bad.
Ooh.
Not meth. We're not eating or drinking meth. I don't know what you do with it, but we're not doing it.
Consume.
It's little in the show. It was little ice bricks box.
It's like crystal meth, I guess.
Oh, hey, that's why they call it that.
Wooly playing dumb.
No, believe me, it's not my area of expertise. So this was an interesting one because I felt there was a couple of different angles, as you know, where this is filmed.
Yeah.
And I could have gone down a Mexican food angle or Mexican drinks, and there's tequila in the show, and there's iconic scenes of tequila in the show, but it's not it. It's not about that. They're essentially like working class criminals. They work really, really hard.
There's a chicken shop as well.
Yep. So again, I don't just want to go, this was in the show. Yeah. I want it to be something that when I eat, it feels right.
Yeah, okay.
And the what was the chicken shop? It's like their version of El Pollo Loco, which is
Los Polos.
Yeah. Los Polos, yeah. So anyway, El Pollo Loco is actually really good if you're ever over in the States. Okay. So you're on the couch, you reach down on your left side, there's a little cooler, a little esky, and you're going to reach and you're going to open up there and you're going to pull out a bottle of beer, like a Bud or a Coors, an American number of beer. You're going to crack that and you're going to have a couple of swigs of that first. You're going to pick to the other side. And what you're going to pick up is you're going to pick up preferably like a white nondescript or we're not talking Macca's or something, a takeaway bag. And you know the ones that are always in TV shows, and they're that white one that feels like there's a lot of wrapping and a lot of napkins and that, and they pull out a burger that's got a lot of wrap. and you're going to pull out a cheeseburger, I'm not talking about like a big cheeseburger. I'm talking like In-N-Out, Shake Shack. Like in Melbourne, you would need to get a smash burger. We don't really have those. Go to your smash burger. You're going to have a couple of those. You're going to open it up, eat it in the wrapper while you're having your beer. You're watching the show. I did it, and trust me, you feel right.
Ooh.
And as I said, with all of these things, what I'm doing, and that's why I have the 2 weeks, because I'm testing them. I sat down with my takeaway. I had a couple of cheeseburgers in the bag. I had my ice cold bud in this hand, and I just had both together, and it fucking worked because I felt like I just had finished a big shift of cooking meth, and I was rewarding myself with what I'm assuming it would feel like for him. It was
so
good. You know, because there was so much of after they finished the work, and I think that gets lost. And they're always like, and they always had a beer and things like that. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like that is that these guys were not like
long days.
It's not like one of these ones where they're drug kingpins and they go like, you know, like Power, where they're fine, like it's high living, like, you know, fine dining, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
This was no matter how much money they made, they was still like doing it in the most basic of environments.
Yeah.
So that was where I landed on it, and it felt right.
It makes me want to not anything to do with meth, but that just makes me want to watch the show again.
It does make you want to watch. It's such a good show.
I watched it again for the second time in COVID. Like I watched it when it came out, then watched it again in COVID just because we were all trying to find things to do at night on a fucking Saturday. But I reckon I could go again now. That's 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I reckon it's time to go again.
It's all over my YouTube recommended at the moment, so I just watch random clips. And it makes me want to watch the whole thing again.
Yeah.
You have to. I reckon you've got to, because it gets.
And you've seen Better Call Saul, all that stuff. Yeah,
it gets hectic,
and El Camino.
So you really, really need to be.
You need to be consumed. You need to be locked in. Yep.
Yeah. And my recommendation always, if you're rewatching something like this and you're watching it in the evening, align that with a sitcom that has 22 to 24-minute comedy episodes that are nice and light, aka Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Rec, The Office, 30 Rock, whatever it is. And after you watch a couple of episodes of Breaking Bad, throw one of those on for 20 minutes just to help you sleep.
Yeah, just
because sometimes the Breaking Bad's a bit hectic. So that's having that
100%.
Powerade or that glass of water at the end of the night before you go to bed. Gives you that cleanser. Before you go to bed.
How good.
I want a cheeseburger now.
Yeah.
Same.
Smash burger?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
How good are they?
Well, look, I think that's it for us. I obviously want to say good luck on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes. Enjoy the trip. Enjoy Adelaide. Enjoy the Cass.
I will.
Enjoy everything that comes with the beautiful city that is Adelaide. But as I said to you, 9.5 disposals and or a goal, a free kick giveaway, and I think a bounce would be
a bounce
would be great. We could do all that.
Bounce.
And the celebration if you kick a goal, which you already know what it is.
I'll do the big.
Do you know how like soccer players like lift their shirt up? They got like a shirt underneath and like with like a message. What if you like lifted your shirt up and you see like honest beers?
I could do that.
Yeah,
because the game's live streamed, isn't it?
It is.
Bang.
I watched it last
thousands
year.
of people.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah, tune in again. I believe it'll be live streamed again. But anyway,
yeah, we'll be. It's on Marmalade's YouTube channel. We'll be live streamed.
Yeah, huge.
I think from it's 7 or 7:30. The Adelaide time's half an hour. Silliest time zone, stupidest time zone in the world. We know that. Just make it an hour. We can correct this. No one's going to care. But yeah, it's 7 or 7:30, depending on where you are.
Yeah, nice. Well, good luck. As I said, looking forward to tuning in there. And you've been great. Go Saints.
Go Hawks.